Hey
Hey,
everybody. Welcome to Soapwire. Okay, everyone, we're just gonna get right on into it. So welcome to Soapwire, brought to you by the TV Cave. And this is where you're going to get our thoughts on our stories. And just so you know, Soapwire is sponsored by Katie Waltman Jewelry, offers elegant handcrafted pieces from stackable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personalized charm necklaces. Yeah, better go and get one. This has been featured in Elle, InStar, Oprah.com, and worn by celebrities such as Molly Sims. So enjoy an exclusive discount with the promo code SOAPWIRE. Okay, together, SOAPWIRE at katiewaltman.com. Okay, that is Katie Waltman. Use promo code SOAPWIRE. And we will get a little bit of the commission. So just have to state that there. So hi everyone. Welcome to Soapwire. I am Ashley Sheree, and this is
I'm Deneen.
Woo Cha Woo. Okay, so it feels like our breaking news is just all about casting choices.
Absolutely.
Um, so girl, let's talk about the casting choices. So the first one that I have, since we already kind of I think we touched on him a little bit last week. Jack Wagner will be back on Bold and the Beautiful. Any thoughts? Any thoughts, girlie?
I'm excited for him for that. I know that they recently just had, I think his son transitioned.
Mm-hmm. Couple years now.
So yeah, so they recently just had, I don't know, like something happened for him and his ex-wife. I don't, it's a,
Christina Wagner. Yeah.
I
She
wanted
plays
to call
Felicia.
her Felicia so bad, and I be trying to be so respectful,
Hmm.
and you're not your character. But I really wanted to say Felicia Wagner, and that's not it. But at one point,
I mean, it was, yeah. Well, technically, it is still, it is
it,
still, it is
so,
still Christina
but I'm excited
Wagner.
for him to be out and about and, doing all the things again. We know Felicia is still, I did it again. We know Christina is working right now. She is
Mhm.
Felicia, has been Felicia for decades.
Decades
So
on
it is going to
decades.
be nice to see Jack back on our canvas as well.
Yeah, well, also with him being on Bold. I kind of went down a rabbit hole of like when Nick Maroney was with Bridget because somebody had posted something and they was like, I bet y'all gonna forget about this and act like this never happened.
Oh, you went to go start watching clips.
And then I started watching clips and I was just like, oh snap, like he was really good. But I just remember him in so many different shows. So like even with him being on General Hospital as Frisco, he wasn't really that he was on when I was a little bit too young. So I remember him majority from Melrose Place when he played Dr. Peter Burns. So that was crazy. And then also with him coming on to Bold and the Beautiful. And I've always heard stories about him being on General Hospital.
I
I'm
get
ex
that.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see him back on board because maybe it'll give Brooke something else to do besides fawning over Rich.
I like that. I like how you said that too, because I always see Felicia and Mac's story, but then you have like a generation before us that's like Felicia and Frisco was like mad love, crazy. Like I remember watching clips of how Maxie got her name and like
Yes,
how Jack played that important role in that. And it's just like seeing him back for this new generation to get to know as well. I think that's pretty dope.
exactly, exactly. So welcome back, Jack Wagner. We're happy to have you back into the soap world. Whoop whoop. Okay, and then also Daniel Goddard, who is going to be premiering on General Hospital this week.
Mhm.
He's coming as Professor Dalton, so we'll see what that's all about. I mean, I guess
And
General Hospital.
the streets are saying that he's going to be a love interest for Carly. And I just feel like Carly already has a love interest. Are we going to do a triangle? I'm unsure. It is so many other perspectives for him in Port Charles.
It's so many women on, I mean, like he can,
Like,
with gorgeous older women of an older,
right.
stature
Like
who
I
would
can
go
even see
great.
possibly like an Anna. Like,
And Anna was my first thought, and also Nina.
yes, because Drew who?
Please, the man. But yeah, like I wish they allowed some of the other women to kind of have an opportunity to have some love interest too who don't have
Yeah,
any.
yeah.
Um,
Hell,
but
even
yeah,
Lois, she's back. So
something, it's too many
other than
women on the
Carl.
canvas who don't really get that opportunity. So and then our last breaking news, she's not really a newcomer, but she's essentially a newcomer in the soap world. Her name
Mm-hmm.
is Marissa Reyes, and she's coming on as Ariana Grace Horton, the daughter of Will Horton and Gabby Hernandez. I am excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see that dynamic. I think it's going to, I'm all for Team Gabby and JJ right now. I know. I don't even want to hear you say it. I know Stefan's not here. He's gone. So,
Okay. But
I'm
I'll deal with
hoping.
JJ. I'll deal with Jabby. All
I
right.
like it. I
They're
like
not
it.
bad. They're not bad at
I
all.
like it. So I'm hoping that that doesn't throw like a monkey wrench in their chemistry.
Yeah, well, it looks like from the promo, like I think, see, I'm sorry, yeah, it's about to jump into a whole different conversation. Um, it looks as though the EJ situation might be a point of contention for them because he may think that she has something to do with it from the promo that we've seen, but we'll get into that too, like the whole dynamics of this whole situation with who shot EJ. So a lot is going on there at Days of Our Lives with that. But hey, hey, that was the breaking news. There's some cast changing, some casting happening. So definitely excited. And also for Ariana Horton, she's premiering in May and it's supposed to be a couple of months, like a couple of months arc. So we'll see how that I'm excited to see it. So we'll see. It's probably gonna be a spitfire like a mother and her grandmother Sammy. Lord Jesus. Woo, child, that's a lot. So going on and going right into our stories. So just gonna give our thoughts. So, of course, like we're beginning with, we go in alphabetical order. So we're gonna start with our favorite soap, Beyond the
Beyond
Gates.
the Gates.
So it kind of started off this week with the twins and their grandparents, which I thought was like very, very cute.
Yes.
Vernon and Tyra playing chess, and the ladies going upstairs and getting books and stuff. I just thought it was just a little cute, little something, something.
I agree. I agree. I think one thing that I appreciate with Behind the Gates is that they keep like that family vibe going.
Hmm.
Like you're able to see relationships across generations. Like not even just across generations, but like extended family, like grandparent relationships, aunt and uncle relationships, as well as like mother, father, sibling type thing, or even, father, father. So it's just like, I love how they let everybody know we all family, we all here. Um, I thought the chess game between Tyrell and Vernon was the cutest. You just sitting in the living room playing chess with your granddad. Like, how cute are you?
Yeah, and I just love the whole book aspect. And you're right about the family situation of it all. I feel like they really try to show that, even though you have your own little nuclear family, the whole extended family still
Yeah.
gets together. They meet at the country club. They might meet at the small bar. Even within the extended family dynamic, it'll be like you have like a Chelsea and a
Cat,
cat
the
who
cousin.
who meet up and have like their own situations and their
Yeah.
own hangouts, like Naomi and the grandparents, like everybody has like their own, it's the big extended, the nuclear, and then the little like side pocket silos. And I definitely appreciate that because also noting with families, it is an effort to make sure that everyone still meets up, still do their own thing and do it together too sometimes because life be life
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
it's hard, to
Absolutely.
make those things happen. So I definitely appreciate that as well. So then, of course, we had the fashion show, which was like lit as hell. I thought
It
it was,
was so bomb. I forgot that was last week.
yes,
It
girl.
was so bomb.
They
Like,
the outfits were outfitting. Like I just loved everything about it. I think they even may have mentioned Bold and the Beautiful. And I was just like, it has been years since Bold and the Beautiful has given us a fashion show. Their whole thing is supposed to be a
force the
fashion
creation.
house. Yes, they are a fashion house. I cannot remember the last time. Bold and Beautiful has given us a fashion show, and here comes Beyond the Gate, giving us a wedding, a fashion show, an award ceremony.
When the math gets to mathing in real time. Wow, bold.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
I mean,
Take notes. Other soap operas. Yeah. But I thought it was
it was
great.
awesome. I think yeah, I think the fashion show was completely awesome. I loved again the family dynamics of it. Um, I'm glad that Danny was able to have that opportunity and have that moment.
Hmm.
And I hate that it was so short lived for her because of a name Hannah. like
We gotta say that for later. We gotta get into that towards the end because
because
sis, we got it. We gotta wait for her so we could do her and Anita together. Ooh, child, that was a scene. But your hand
because
is.
Danny just can't catch a break. But going back to the fashion show, that was the spark for Samantha. Like
Mhm.
Samantha feels at her age that she has found her calling, and her calling is to be a model. And she's using it to her advantage to say, I want to be like Danny, I want to be like Chelsea. Like this is a family legacy that I'm a part of. I'm not gonna lie, she did work the runway. She absolutely did.
The dress
But
was amazing.
the dress absolutely was amazing. And then I also think too that I don't know. I Martin's character like is a little different for me. Like I just feel like he is very
Too much.
hard on his family.
Mm.
Like he doesn't listen to what they want. And I felt really bad for Samantha as she was trying to like, this is my dream, and he was just no, absolutely not. Like, and
Yeah.
poor Smitty, because I feel like Smitty always gets caught in the middle.
When I think about Martin too, he doesn't leave any room for grace for anyone else. And
No.
he has a tunnel vision. Like, this is what I see where my family is. This is where we're supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be done. And he's just very stubborn about
Yeah.
everything and controlling too, in a sense as well. And it's kind of like odd looking at it because I don't necessarily get controlling vibes from like, you know, Nicole and Ted, which are
No,
his
not at
parents.
all.
I think
But
he
then,
gets confused with the grandparents being the parents, but
you know,
Ted and Nicole are the parents.
I have a friend and I have to shout her out. Shout out to you, Nene, because she was like, and I don't know if this is her first soap opera too. And she was like, Martin is the son of Anita and Vernon, low key. And I was
Hmm.
like, no, no, no. But it makes sense because I feel like they had a really big role in who he is because of the
Yeah.
political side that he shares with Vernon.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking, whatever secret this is that they're holding on to that we don't know about yet, I'm hoping that once it's exposed, it might humble him.
Yeah, maybe that's like basically what you're saying is maybe that's what he needs. He probably needs it to come
Yeah.
out. Oh, yeah, because I see that he goes to his grandparents quite often, and it could be like you said, just because of him wanting to be in government and in the Congress and like idolizing his grandfather. Also, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you know what, Ashley? He was the first grandchild. He is the only boy grandchild.
He
So,
is. He is. He is. When you think about it, he really is.
yeah.
And I think too, even his relationship with Anita, just like being in the limelight, period. Like
Hmm.
they're used to that publicity. I mean, and
Exactly.
Chelsea and Danny is as well, and he did end up going to Danny.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard about Samantha.
Yeah, so yeah, so it's just a lot of different. I do feel like it's a lot of different dynamics there. The man who plays Martin, his name is Brandon. He's so freaking nice on social media. I feel so bad because everybody hates his character, but he is so freaking nice, and I'm
And you know
like,
what, Brandon? I just feel
oh,
like you're doing your job
yes,
because
yes,
if
we
we
know
can
that.
hate
Yeah,
a character this much, you're doing the damn thing. Shout out to
exactly. So shout out to you, Brandon. Keep
you.
it happening,
Keep
Captain.
it
Like.
doing it because you're giving us something to talk about.
Yes, yes, and you do stay in our mouths, on our lips a lot, and not just ours, everybody up in them Twitter streets, okay? Blue sky streets,
Yes.
like you are up and down. So yeah. Um, And also, it's just me looking at Samantha. I was just like, she about to be sneaky. She about to be sneaky Sam, doing
Hmm.
things she don't got no business doing. Because I mean, low key, she's already doing that by like reaching
Yes.
out to Chelsea. Chelsea and Danny have no idea really that they're so dead set against it, and they basically like told her no. The thing, I mean, like, I don't know, Martin is just like he doesn't want to hear anything that anyone has to say. He's just really not open. Sometimes I what is the phrase? You get more bees with honey. So there's just a
That
certain
was vinegar.
yes, certain way to go about it with your kid, and he's just not hearing. But you know what? We'll see how that's all gonna shape out. I did feel like for me, logically, I thought that Danny should be Samantha's manager just
I
because I
agree.
don't think Chelsea would have the time because she's going on a new business venture. When would she have the time to manage Samantha? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I definitely agree. And I also like, I don't want to say it in the context of give Danny something to do,
Mm-hmm.
but also at the same time
Give
realizing
Simply
like
some dancing. That's something to do.
she's the one that's free right now. She's the one that has the free time. She's the one that also has the connections, everything. But I don't like how the no for her was centered around her age.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
we know Danny got it on and popping. Okay, like
And what does her age have to do with it? I mean, she made sure that Chelsea had an amazing career.
yes,
She
and
she
she
knows
still
what she's
has
doing.
connections. The fashion show is a test that she still has connections. Like, look
Hmm.
to everything that she accomplished with that. So I just feel like it was another poor Danny moment, and I feel like we've been getting those the
A
last.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Kick her when she's down. Like that,
yeah,
yeah.
that's how I feel. Like, damn, Danny, what's
Ugh,
going on?
man.
Fight back.
Come out. But then of course we have good old turtleneck Ted, turtleneck Ted coming to the scene with $50,000 to give to Leslie, Dana, Sherry Anna.
Can I just say that my guy? I need you to be more aware of your surroundings. How you didn't peep
Right
that picture
there.
on the table?
It was right there. It was right there. Like,
I'm coming in doing a sweep.
did you
Like,
feel like I felt like look at it. Look at it. Did you feel like that? I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I couldn't be
right.
like I still was
I
like
couldn't stop myself from screaming at the TV. Look down. Just look down. And it was just like a
and then the finally got the picture to drop. I know Leslie Dana was just like, whew. She looked like it.
you know, she plays crazy so well.
Yes, she does. It's actually
She's
very
crazy.
like riveting.
Yeah, it is. It is. And when you think about other characters that she's portrayed before as well, it fits her. Like
Yeah.
we every time she switch her wig, she switch her character, and I just be like, girl. And I think like Eva is even like starting to know because she came in and seen her playing with the wig, and she like, what you doing? What you about to do? Like she already know mom is about to plot on something.
Yeah, even like her and Eva, it looks like some little, they keep having these points of discontention where they're disagreeing with how the plan should go. So it's definitely intriguing. I really love to see the two of them act together. I believe
Mhm.
Amber plays Eva, Trish plays Leslie
Leslie
Dana's
Dana.
share of it all. And they just really do a good job of like playing off of each other. So
Yeah.
I really like enjoy them and I can't wait to see, how it continues to grow. Like,
Yes, like their
I just
chemistry
really
is
like it.
amazing. They recently just made like a TikTok video too,
Ah, so
um,
cute.
of the Victoria Monet "Get It From My Mama." My mama.
Yes.
And it
Oh,
was
did
just so cute. It was so cute.
did you see the other one too with the young ladies where they were just it was the one with
Oh, when
the
Eva walked in the
yeah,
room,
like, hey,
I love it. I
Little
love it.
Women.
I think like it's so current how they are, playing into that. And that's something that I spoke to Ariel about Hey, my girl, you my new friend. When we did our interview last week, is that Beyond the Gates is really bridging the gap. Like you're hearing a lot more millennials saying that they are watching soap operas, not even knowing that it's a soap opera, like
Yes,
not knowing it come on 5 days a week. You just tuning in on Fridays. Like what I missed,
I love
everything.
that for them.
Go back and watch. Like
18 to 25-year-olds, come on,
yeah,
come back home, y'all. Come
here
home.
we
Help
are
that
here.
demographic.
So like I was saying like I love that for us. But
hmm
I also think that Eva is going to be the one to tell the plan. Like I think that, she's gonna know her mom is doing crazy stuff, like even giving Laura the infection. She's
Yes.
gonna end up saying something.
Yo, she could have killed that girl.
Yeah.
That
Because
was
she has a conscience and her mother does not.
at all, at all crazy, but they got me. I just love to see it. And I also noticed too, I think Eva's starting to get more and more attached to Ned. Let me be grouping their name together, right? Like Nicole.
Is that their ship name? Is
No,
it
I
Ned? Oh, I'm gonna write that down.
totally like made that up. I think
That's so cute. We should call them
I
Ned.
Ted and Nicole, like, they thought that Leslie was gonna come home, so they're trying to secure her a job. And she literally told them, like, I want to be a hairstylist. But then she felt some type of way when they tried to get her a job as a hairstylist. They're trying to make sure that you're not out of work. Like,
Yeah.
they don't know everything, girl. Oh God, but yeah, I love it though. Still in it. And then we also had to talk about too. Ted tells Andre about his cheat that he's a cheating ass cheater.
Andre looked so
I was
stuck.
shocked.
Andre looked like somebody told him that Santa wasn't real. And I felt that like the therapist in me saw the light go out of that black man's eyes. That he, I'm not gonna get into that part of it, but it's just like for him to feel like his uncle was a superhero. But I love the way Ted was able to have that conversation with him and be like, I learned my lesson. I did this shit one time. I did not
Mhm.
continue to do it. He said, I got
It wasn't
scared
for
straight.
me.
That's exactly what he said. He's like, I got scared. And I think that more black men need to have that conversation with each other, not even
Oh
just black
yes.
men, but men in general, to know that it's okay to be with one woman. It's
Yeah.
okay for fidelity to be a thing, and it's okay to talk about it when you mess up as well.
Exactly. Yeah, like I really appreciated that conversation because it also showed Andre that, you know what, I'm not a superhero. I'm a human
Yeah, I'm a
being
person.
who makes mistakes, and I'm owning up to this mistake to you. Real accountability would have been when it would have been telling Nicole and
How about
letting
I hope he
her
never finds out?
figure out. Yeah, like of course you don't want her to figure it out, but the real taking accountability would have been like, this is what I did in the past. I apologize for it. Even if he told her now, granted, you're only telling her now because Leslie Dana Sherry Anna is here. So, but still, some point of accountability needs to happen because it's better for her hearing it from you than Leslie Dana Sherry Anna. Because
Agree.
that's going
Agree.
to be not a
Or
good
from Eva,
situation.
or hearing it from Eva, because
Yes,
you're able to control the narrative if you speak up and tell your truth.
exactly. And now I'm not looking like one thing I always I'm gonna speak for myself. One thing I hate is to look like a fool when it comes to a man. So like, tell me the truth and let me make the decision. So if anybody be coming up to me, guess what? You're not getting that because I already knew, and we decided
Yeah.
to work it out.
That's one thing
So
I always say. Don't never let nobody one up me. Don't never have me in the streets that somebody able to come tell me something that you did not tell me.
preach that part. Absolutely
I hope
not.
y'all hear.
I can't, but yeah, I did appreciate that entire conversation. And now we got to get into it. I know you want to talk about, and I know I want to talk about. Okay, so Dana is dismissed from the first gen nonprofit, which she was a chair member of. Go ahead, girl, speak your piece, and I will speak after.
That Hannah decided that she was going to fire my girl Danny. And the plot twist that really pissed me off was Bill and Haley sitting in the corner of the country
Sneaking room.
club. And Haley talking about, oh my God. We're more alike than you think. They don't like me here either. No, baby girl. Hannah is not the country club workers. She's not. You thought you had a friend. Sit down. You do not have a friend. Danny is not your friend. You all are not on the same level. And I'm so glad that Danny was like, get your wife. Get her. Please get her. But I just felt like that was another moment that Danny was like, poor Danny. Like she came
Hmm.
in, she was so excited. She was ready to continue on after the fashion show. And she like, you're just gonna fire me?
After
And
what I
I
did.
and she took accountability.
Hmm.
She did. Y'all made her come to her ex-husband's, I was gonna say funeral. Y'all made her come to her because they were black and tripped me out. Y'all made her come to her ex-husband's wedding. And you thought it wasn't gonna be no smoke?
Yeah,
That
nah.
was on y'all.
It was definitely something was gonna happen. No, it was definitely a whole messed up situation because they really did use Danny. So like First
Yeah.
Gen Nonprofit, that organization used her name, her family's name,
Yes. You
the
just wanted the fashion show to be done so you could get the profits from it.
exactly all of her connections that she had in the fashion world. Like, and then to just like basically the next day sit here and be like, you know what?
We
You're
don't need
dismissed.
you.
Like,
Bye.
what?
It was tacky. That's what
It
it was. It was very much so tacky.
It was insane. I couldn't believe it either, but hold your
Shout
horses,
out to
cause
her mama because her mama said, you're not about to play with my baby. And I love this as well because we've seen Vernon come to Danny's defense on multiple occasions, and Anita has always been like that authoritarian type of parent.
hmm.
So to see her in the not my child, not my baby, y'all got the game messed up. I love that she wanted some mama bear mode.
And the thing with Anita is, yes, she's harder on Danny, but when the outside people do it, she be like, hold my drink. Because she did it too when they had the press conference and they were trying to come and she stepped up in there and said, whoa, she's like, let me tell you this. So don't come for my daughter. And then the next thing is it happens again, like when this lady, because like Anita peeps game. So you're gonna use my daughter, our family name and connections, and you think that we're not gonna do nothing about it. I see you're one and I raise you 10. So that's really how Anita came into the whole entire game. I'm gonna invite you over, Hannah. And why did you think Ish was cute? I'm inviting you to my house and you thinking we all good? Like, girl, not that's her daughter. Like, let's
Nobody
keep it a
hates
whole
Anita.
but
And then
yes.
so why I'm not going to just let my mind play tricks on me. But I was also getting pissed off how
Yes.
Vernon, that's not your man. Why you keep looking at him like he not
No,
gonna
because
co-sign his wife?
and that was the thing too. You're trying to dismiss me. Don't dismiss me and go to my husband and try to over
Yes.
no, me we are a unit here. Obviously there was already a discussion and he know I got this. That's why he's sitting over there in the corner like, "Yep. Mhm. Yeah, yes, that's my wife. Yes, that's her." He
Because
didn't
she
say
did
not a
what?
word. Yeah,
Fired.
if Vernon didn't agree, he wouldn't have let it happen. Vernon is
Yep.
just like, yep, nope, that's my baby. That's Mrs. Dupree over there. She got something to say, she's gonna say it. So now, not only have you made an enemy out of the Duprees, you have also lost your whole organization, your whole nonprofit. Because guess what, sis? You ain't getting no funding now, and it done made up another one just like yours to be a competition. See you later. You're done.
Because you
You're
did
done.
that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't
Because
have to
she
do that.
didn't. It was so unnecessary, so uncalled for. Um, Clap it up for Mrs. Anita Dupree. She played no games, and I tell you, I was salivating over it. Absolutely salivating. I thought it was amazing. But that's how we're going to end that talk on our show, Beyond the Gates, and going into Bold and the Beautiful. You never know what we're gonna get with this damn soap opera. Um
Well, we know last week we left off and we were in the middle of a health crisis. There was
hmm.
a lot going on.
Liam Spencer ass. It's a lot going on with Liam. So Liam did flatline. Of course, he's brought back to life. They actually had Dr. Beckenham come up in the air. They tried to get some more color. Actually, let me start. So and then even with that, of course, like they were waiting a long time to tell Finn what was going on. I know that Steffi was concerned about like Liam, but I just thought it was odd that I'm not gonna text my husband who was with Kelly, like my daughter, waiting for Liam to pick him up. I don't know. My first thought would have been like, oh my God, let me tell my husband that this is going on so he could figure out like what to do with our daughter. That was
Yeah,
just my thought.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, that the adults in the situation should have known everything that was going on so that they were able to plan accordingly.
Hmm.
I don't think that Kelly should have known in detail.
Mm. Yeah, of course. Not in detail, but I see this is where me and her kind of disagree. I am a proponent of like telling the truth to children, but of course, like in a degree. So most people know I used to work at an organization that helped children due to a loss due to death. So essentially, what we always went by is you always give the child a choice. You try to be as truthful as possible.
Mhm.
Um, basically, like they were sick and their bodies just stopped working, trying to go in that France, because a lot of times too they would have children, they would come to our center and they would be like, one story is like, I'm looking for my mommy, they said we lost her, and now I'm here to find her. And it's just like, ugh, like no. So that's why, using concrete terms like dead and died are important. So for me, when I see them lying to Kelly, I'm just like, ooh, and knowing that this was basically Liam's choice, of course, so they want to respect his, decision, and I get that. But also, I do feel like there needs to be a talk with Liam that, your daughters do need to know, like, as of right now, you are sick, but you're working to get better. But I
And
also feel like it's a plot point because they don't want Bill to know. So,
oh, absolutely, absolutely. And
hmm.
I think also with that, like, I'm okay with. I definitely agree. Like the therapist and me as well. I definitely agree that we need to use concrete words for kids. We need to be realistic with them because their imagination can also take over from what's going on.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I also feel like while things are in play,
Mhm.
you don't want to give them half information and then they run wild. Like
That's true.
if he's like in surgery, if things are going on, like with him flatlining, let's wait and see if he's going to get a post again. Like I just don't think the kids should know the step by step
Oh yeah. No,
process.
yeah. Yeah, no, of course. I could see like not the whole like step by step situation. And maybe like, waiting until he finds out, exactly what's going on, because as of right now, I think they only said it's just like a brain bleed.
Yeah,
They don't know if there's anything more sufficient, but also I'm thinking about it too, like that daddy daughter dance is coming and he will not be there. She's never gonna forget that. You know what I'm saying? Versus if
yeah,
it's just like, oh, he's in the hospital, he's getting better, because by that time a couple of days should have gone by. It should be like, okay, so he's in the hospital, they're working on him, da 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 da. Part of me thinks she's not gonna see Bill anyway. The way that Steffi and Liam don't like him, Kelly wasn't gonna see him no time soon. But now, and guys, we're just, gone off
throwing
top.
it out there.
We
Like,
haven't, it hasn't aired yet, but the father-daughter dance happens and they just say, "Oh, he's not coming," or "He's working." It's
yeah,
kind of like, damn,
that's the
like,
problem
yeah, like it's
because then you're
like
making it seem like he chose to do something other than be there with her.
exactly. And you know who probably gonna have to go? It's gonna be Finn. And then it's
He
just
ain't
gonna
gonna
be
go.
like it's gonna be like another Steffi situation. Remember when you didn't come to my father-daughter dance and Finn had to take me? Finn has always been a better parent than you. Like I could already see 30 years down the line of like what is gonna what is
And I
gonna
think, but you know what though? I can see Finn being the one to take her and causing friction between, not necessarily friction between Luna, but Luna for their longing. Like I can see them
Ooh.
using that to like interject Luna into the storyline. Like,
Ah, I like that. Oh my God. I'm like, yes, because already Sheila's already like, we're not gonna let Steffi, get in the way, and and we're not gonna let she said we're not gonna let Steffi interfere anymore. I'm like, girl, you literally shot her and your son and left them in the alleyway and made it look like a freaking murder robbery. Like, are we really like let's be for real. So yeah, but I'm so for that with the causative friction because he's a ooh child. And she's literally a kid and Luna's like 23, 24. But Luna's crazy. So
We shall see.
we shall definitely see. Okay, also, so we didn't gotta talk about then we gotta talk about that whole silly
Cobra
ass
Kai.
freaking fight. What was
Co-
that? Cobra
Cobra Kai was
Kai?
out there getting it.
I'm looking, he's like damn near 60. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we are not on
it,
Cobra Kai right now. I'm sorry,
it
as
was
big
me making like side like noises to see. Oh, oh, be careful. Oh, like
and as big as Carter is, the muscle build, so you just be in the gym just to be in the gym. So you ain't learned nothing. Oh, okay, sir. Like what? He did get a few punches in there, but they made it seem like Deacon beat his ass. And I was just like, really?
he
Like,
needed.
come the freak on. Like, absolutely not. But also, like I said before, and it was really rich to see him then talking about, oh, I've always wanted you with like Liam more, Hope, or your life was better when you were with Liam, Hope. Was it? Was it? It took her freaking years to get with that man once he had to freaking stop waffling between her and Steffi.
I told you it's generational. Like that's something that's going to continue with them. And I
Oh
think that
God.
even though Hope is like wanting to go back to Carter right now, I think it's opening up for Hope and Liam to
Oh
do
yeah,
something and do a
definitely.
triangle with Steffi. Like I honestly feel like
Oh, please don't put my girl in there. No,
telling you, I
Steffi,
honestly because
please don't.
Steffi is upset over everything that's going on with Luna. Liam is hurt. It's gonna be a love triangle.
The only thing that brings me a little bit of I feel like reprieve or relief that it may not happen is because Jackie is pregnant, so she has to leave the campus for a little bit. And that's why I'm like, no, my girl is leaving. So like she gotta take a couple of months off to take care of that baby. So hopefully not. I just cannot take another Steffi, Liam, and Hope. I'm tired of it, just like I'm tired of Taylor, Ridge, and Brooke. Bring back Nick. I would even take a Brooke, Nick, and Bridget. I don't care. Just away from the whole triangles that we've been doing for decades. Please give it a rest. Ugh. Like I can't. Like I think even point with General Hospital, they stopped with triangles with Sunny and freaking Carly. They're either gonna be together or they're gonna break up.
I used to really like them together. I'm a Carson fan.
Oh, you are?
Is this a safe space? I don't think it is. I am a Carson fan. Earlier,
Oh, Tom with Tamara.
I'm a Tamara fan.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. That they hit a little different. I
I
couldn't
think
be a fan.
Laura and Jack were really good with each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Jennifer Carly and Alcazar, she did really well with Ted. Like their chemistry was really good. And then of course Sarah and
Whoever she was
Maurice
with.
has great chemistry
I I
together.
never got over Sarah's Carly with Sunny and what they did to Jason. So I always had smoke for them because of that.
They brought that up this week too.
It like always had smoke for that. Like that and I think for me being a child and seeing her funky ass walk down that stairway and
Mm,
his shirt
And
pissed
Jason at
me
the front door.
off as Jason came to the
Ah,
door after being shot. Like
well,
there
you
is
got
certain
what you wanted out of it because who the fuck did he run to?
oh
Excuse my
yeah.
language. I am not a liaison man. I'm sorry, y'all.
But
It slipped out.
at that time, before, because this is before we even realized that they were even trying to get them together, like, or seeing where it was going. I was for like Carly and Jason. So when that happened, I was pissed. And then the next thing I know, I was like, oh, okay, Elizabeth and Jason. Okay, I see
So
something special.
short-lived. So short-lived.
uh, we totally got off on both. See, when we
Days
start
of
be
I think that
reminiscing.
yeah. That was it for me for bold.
Oh, only that Daphne's basically Carter still wants Hope, but Daphne's gonna fight for him. So we have that tidbit.
Another triangle.
Well, Bo does best. So like you said, going to Dave's, we did see Tate punch Doug after him being in Holly's room,
You
and
know,
it's
I
just
love me
messing up
some
his
Dougie and
chances.
Holly. I love me some Dougie and Holly. Like,
Oh
let
yeah, me
them be
too.
together. Like, I think
Dolly.
that's their name. Oh, I keep
Yeah.
writing down. Everybody's name is so cute.
Yeah, their name is actually Dolly. Ted and Nicole from Beyond the Gates, they have a different, it's Tico, something like that. That's
We like Ned over here.
it's like I'm gonna stick with that
I'm
one.
stick with Ned.
Yeah, so like I'm with you. I like Dolly. I like Tate. I like Tate better with Sophia, even though I like the first Sophia a little bit better because she had to
Yeah,
me she just had more of a like like feisty, low key spiciness there.
I get it. Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see. But I just was looking at Tate like Tate. You know, you just messed up your chances right now.
But
So
I mean, I think it's we know he's probably going to end up with Sophia. Like,
mhm.
as
They're gonna
I
keep the baby. It's gonna be heartache for Johnny and Chanel.
yes, and I pray that she has a wonderful and healthy delivery. I hope they don't do a plot twist. We've
Ugh,
had a lot of
please.
babies passing recently in soaps. Like that's not everybody's story, y'all.
Hmm.
Like let's see this
And they
actually.
already had a baby swipe too already with Jude,
Yes.
Nicole, and yeah, like Nicole, EJ, and Brady. Yeah, I don't really want to see that.
Just let this be. Like let's just let them be okay. And they're kids. You know they're younger. That's very traumatizing. Let's just not. But
Yeah,
we know that that is the situation that is awesomely going to bring them together.
yeah, definitely. The birth of the child, most definitely. Because we just saw two. So basically we know that after he punches him, Holly kicks him out. He goes and meets up with Sophia and her mother, and they convince her to give Johnny and Chanel another shot, and she wants to talk to them first. So I just don't think the adoption is gonna go through. That's just me.
I don't think
Now
either.
yeah, I don't even with so-called with them thinking that EJ's gonna be out of the picture. I just, but that's just our take on it. But we'll definitely see. And then we had our girl Gabby and Kristen sparring and going back at each other. But low key, I was like, Gabby, how you gonna walk up into somebody else's house with your ex-husband key? Like,
She's that girl. You know, I like Gabby. I
me
really do
too.
like Gabby. And I feel like there was a scene last week too of her pointing that gun at EJ.
Yes,
And we
yes,
talked about it.
yep. Yep. So I mean, the suspect list knows no bounds. Because even too, so we're getting like flashbacks now of people like being in a vicinity, whether it's
Yes,
Kristen, whether it's
yes.
Gabby, Johnny, like you name it, they've all been there. They're starting to give us like flashbacks. They also gave us Ava before she left with the gun situation. So
Mm-hmm.
like,
The
yeah, like
garbage.
yeah, so it's definitely happening. It's getting up there. So and Gabby and Kristen are just sparring back and forth about EJ being shot, getting key back. Why are you here? With that, so then Kristen also is taken into custody after Gabby leaves. Here comes JJ and Sean D. And basically, they had their search warrant ready to go. They were able to search her purse. She had a gun in there. They took her in for questioning. And, Trask is on her way trying to figure that out. And of course, we had the Titan takes over the Demera because there's too much going on with the Demera. You got EJ in a coma. You got Kristen being taken into custody. So that gave them the prime opportunity, Philip and Xander, to take over Titan. And that's exactly what they
That's
did.
exactly what they did. And you know, that also had writings on the wall, even though they have their own family drama going on, did nobody get shot right
Yeah,
now. So
exactly. Rich people drama. So yeah, they got the Kariakises over there. They got a lot
they
going
got some
on
stuff going on over there too. So
that hasn't been, talked about yet. Because even Vivian walked her crazy ass, Miss Alameen, up in that house looking at Kate and Philip like, "You rang," and they like, "Who the hell let you out the damn prison?" And she's come to collect. So we're gonna see
yeah.
how this basically works out for them. And then also, see, now this was I literally, I was waiting all week for Sammy. So
I was like, what happened? Yeah, you were.
I love me some Sammy Brady. I've loved her since I started watching Days of Our Lives, and I always forgive her for her wrongdoings.
Mm.
But the scenes of her going back and forth with Belle, like I thought it was great too. I mean, she couldn't see Sammy. Like, I'm sorry, she couldn't see her. You're a substitute. You're a placeholder, basically. She was going in on her little sis. But guys, I always take issue with the fact of like, of course y'all gonna go on with the women, but then you sitting over there crying on EJ's bedside. Girl, he should have been getting a smoke too while he was in a coma. You ain't good and all of this other bull ish like that. I'm always that type of person. If you gonna go in on one, go in on both because
One
it's
on
both
both.
of them. It's both. I could
It
sit
takes two to tangle.
exactly, and I'm gonna sit by your bedside and cuss you out and
Mhm.
wait for my son to come. But the most riveting scene to me was especially was her and Johnny just having that
Yeah,
conversation.
that was very much so needed.
Oh my goodness. Like,
That was very much so needed.
you even had Samantha Jean Brady, okay, take accountability for what she did to Austin too. I was like, wow, shout out to Jamie Gibbons, who is the script writer who wrote it, because he brought up history, y'all. Like, I started watching Days of Our Lives like probably in my teens. So I wasn't even aware that Sammy was sexually assaulted by Alan Harris. Like, I didn't know. I didn't do my research on that one. Like, I totally missed that. So just to see that Sammy has been sexually assaulted by Alan Harris, um Arnold,
Yeah.
and EJ is absolutely insane. That's three different people. And then also with her taking the accountability because she also took advantage, sexually assaulted Austin too. So just seeing her even talk about the dynamics of, her parents being taken away. So basically we all know that Roman was thought to be dead, came back. Then it was Marlena who was thought to be dead.
Mhm.
They were raised by John Black, who thought he was Roman. Come to find out, he wasn't Roman Brady. So then you had the real Roman Brady come back, trying to get reintegrated into the family. And then you have Marlena cheat, and Sammy walks in on him and seeing her mother have an affair with somebody else. And like literally, they was on the table and they was going in, like the dynamics of what has happened in Sammy's life, to literally see this from three sexual assaults, the parents' dynamic, the dysfunctionality. I just felt like it
It was
was,
fun. It was
uh,
like, I got to get this off my chest. Like, it literally was her being able to tell her story because she was never able to fully talk to Johnny about that. Like,
ever.
that was a healing moment for the both of them.
Yes. Still,
He might mess around and tell her that he the one who shot his father. We don't know.
we don't know. Like,
You know.
oh, and she said she was in therapy. Shout out to Sammy Brady for being in therapy. Oh my God. Like, literally. Yeah, it was just so great, her being in therapy, talking about how like she's figuring out who she is, understanding the mistakes she made. That it just felt like growth. Like, I was like, but she's still super spicy.
Yeah.
So I definitely did love that as well. Shout out to scenes where chef's kiss.
That's kids. I agree. I definitely agree. That's all I have for days.
Going on to General freaking Hospital.
Hmm.
Well, we know that Trina and Kai will be doing the nurses ball together. So that's one. And
Yes. Yes.
Kai actually accepted the surgeries being sponsored by Drew.
I just don't like this whole Daddy Warbucks storyline. Like, it just
Daddy
rubs me the
Warbucks.
wrong way. Like, I don't like Drew coming in as some type of savior. I appreciate Curtis so much. I know you don't like.
I sure don't.
I know you don't like Curtis, and I appreciate him for stepping up, being the one to tell Kai like, "Hey, bro, need to be careful. Let's think about this. Like, you could be in a coma, you could be paralyzed, it could be worse. And I just feel like I don't like the way that Drew is using him to push his own agenda. Like,
Yeah.
her approval ratings are so low, cutthroat Congressman Kane. And it's not okay to use this star athlete, and yes, I'm going to pull the race card, this star black athlete, and equate his purpose to him being able to play again.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm not a fan of the storyline at all.
He's just very Drew is just very, very like icky.
I was gonna say, he gives me the ick. Look at us,
Look
Twinsky.
at
Like,
you watching Love Island. That's what that is. um, like he does. Like it's so hard for me to watch any scene that that man is in.
mm-hmm.
Like
Cringe. You cringe.
cringe. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I have such the hardest time watching anything that he does. Like I'm just like, can I just fast? I already fast forward mostly. So like, oh God, I just can't. And but also, I really wish Carly would have got that slap in because Lord, I'm tired of Drew and Willow. Like, how much longer do we have to deal with them?
Willow is just, it's her Nina tell the truth. And to
Nina,
Nina sit
please
down
release us.
and tell you, and you know what? And I think what's gonna make it even more cringy is that Willow is gonna probably be like, she don't care.
Ugh.
Like,
If they
Nina,
do
just
that,
tell that girl that he and it ain't even the like, oh, I slept with Drew one time. No, you slept with Drew multiple times in
multiple
multiple
times.
places. And then you're gonna sit here and watch him sleep with your daughter and move
Ugh.
your daughter and your grandchildren to live in the house with him. That is predatory.
Yeah, like it's insane. Just be and it's you're putting yourself above your daughter's well-being. That's what it seems like. You want to keep this relationship so damn bad that you're allowing her to be in this crazy man's gas, it feels
Yeah.
like.
She
Take
was
the
happy.
L.
She was happy Carly said what she said.
Yeah.
Like, they
Because
was
she
on the
feels
same
like,
page.
and I love Nina. I'm a Nina fan. She feels like she can't, but I hate that. Like, no, Nina, this is your chance to say something, to shut it down. Now, the thing is, if you would have been said something, like literally, once Nina found out that they had slept together, that was when she should have said something. Or even before when she said that she was, old girl was starting to have feelings. That's
You
probably
should
when
have
she
said something.
really should have said
And
something.
Curtis
Because
told her to say something. Ava told her to say something. Your whole circle, your friends, your
your
core friends
people
told you got to go ahead and say something, and you still have not.
I feel like Willow would have been more, she would have been mad, but also like more forgiving, more faster if she would have told her what, how things were developing between her
Agreed.
and, that Drew person. Now it's just,
She should have told her when Willow first came and told Nina that Drew kissed her.
yeah,
That should have been the
exactly.
conversation then. It should have been nipped in the bud then.
Yeah. Like, and now it's just snowballed into all of this. Ugh. Like
Man.
it's just a mess. I just can't. But please, Nina, release us. Please tell us, girl. Also, I think I said this too. Like we said that Lucky wasn't gonna tell, and that's definitely gonna cause problems for him and Liz because he's decided to keep the secret that Christina cut the brake lines. You can't love somebody this much and then not telling the person who almost killed them. I'm sorry. You just
When
can't.
okay, so like, I'm a Liz and Lucky fan, 90s Liz and Lucky,
Of course.
as well as Lucky Greg Vaughn.
Oh yeah.
Adult Jonathan Jackson and Liz, it just don't hit for me. But I remember when he first started working at the bar with Christina, I feel like they were Kim testing them. And I'm hoping
They kind of do have chemistry
that
though. I ain't gonna hold you.
they do have chemistry, but I don't like it because I was there when Christina was born, and I remember what year that was when Christina was born. And Lucky had been born a long time before that. And it's
Mhm.
just like, I get y'all Kim testing them. I get the family history, the pairing of the last names, put it like that. The pairing of the last names would be dope. But the pairing of the people themselves, just Auntie can't rock with it. I don't like it. I just don't
Like
like
I remember when, like I just know it. Like
it. I just
no,
can't. I don't like that. I don't like it. But I feel like it's going to cause friction because
Oh,
ultimately
definitely.
he's choosing Christina over Liz.
Yes.
And his history is always choosing people over Liz anyway. So it's
Mm,
like,
yeah, or himself.
yeah.
So, yeah, and that's just I'm just like, okay, so
He
there
talked a
goes.
good game. The mother of my kid, the love of my life. I can't keep this from her.
Yeah, but you did. Yeah. So
So
it was all lip service because it didn't mean anything. Let
we
me
shall.
find out that my man didn't tell me that somebody tried to kill me.
Because you know Rick gonna tell her. Because baby,
Oh,
Rick and Ava got a whole plan. Shout out to Ava.
love, 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 love some Ava. Yeah, like so of course, like Ava, she got the video. She knows that her brake lines were cut. So she schemes at first, Rick wants to tell the
She
police.
got
She's
the
like, but wait.
car. She got everything.
She said, but wait, I got a plan. She, Ava said, I'm getting back my money. So basically, Ava is going to blackmail Alexis, and Diane is like, you need to have old girl committed. So we got to see if Alexis is gonna come through and
And we
commit that
gonna see. I
act.
think Christina is still free. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
think the only other thing for me for General Hospital this week was Sasha and Danny.
I totally
And
missed those scenes.
I
Uh-oh, you feel some type of way.
my girl.
If I had a drink, I would drink it right now.
Because I just feel like it's not okay. We have this fake love, well, fake baby story that y'all tried to redo. Jason want to be the daddy to everybody kid but his
But his
own.
own. And this is like
And
his
I
the third
just
one,
and I hate it because he's been a good daddy to everybody's kid but his own.
but his own.
Like you're a great father.
But
You're
his
a great
own.
father.
This is probably one of the
And
one things that Jason fans and Liaison fans agree on. This
yeah,
one thing.
I mean he lived in a house with Danny for a while, so
So it's like what
and
a couple
Scout, because Scout
months.
his kid too, but that's neither
Uh,
here. He got 3 kids in my book. Honorary Michael.
I
It's
mean,
Michael.
yeah, Michael's who
It's
taught him how
Michael,
to be a
Jake,
parent.
Danny, and Scout. Yeah. And you're choosing Michael now with this whole Sasha BS. And then we had the scenes of like Danny bonding almost with Sasha. I honestly did not like it. I did not like it at all. I did like Steve Burton in the blue shirt. Keep it up,
Uh,
blue shirt. Brings out his eyes. They also mentioned my girl this week. They mentioned her a few times. So shout out to y'all for mentioning her.
feel like
I'm
they
done.
playing. I feel like they be playing games when they do that to y'all, though. If I'm being honest,
Mhm.
because yeah, they like. I'm sorry. I feel like General Hospital like to rub it in people's faces about certain things. I feel that way when it
She could
comes
have
to
mentioned it.
Trina and Spencer, and then I
Mm,
feel like they
because they
doing that
can
with
mention
y'all with Sam.
themselves. Yeah, she can mention herself, but y'all killed her. But
And don't even get me started. I feel like the scout of it all, the whole scout of it all just so bothers me. She's done lost every single remnants of any type of stability, and you don't even see her anymore. I don't
she
like
gonna
that.
rebel. I can't wait for her to rebel and go home to her real daddy. Like, because we all know Scout wouldn't have been here. That's Jason, baby. So
Well,
I
I
digress.
always say I love Billy Miller's Drew.
Yes.
So if it was somebody who acted right, like I was still like, yeah, but
Like
I just
I still believe that Drew should have came back. Like I want to say Ryan. That's not his name.
yeah.
It's
That's how
not
we
Ryan.
really know him.
But
Feels
I
like
really want to say Ryan Lavery should have came back as another character. But hell, you should have came as Ryan Lavery at
yeah,
this
at this
point.
point, maybe it
I
would have
don't
worked
think you
better.
should have came back as Drew because it's just a complete contrast to what Billy Miller really did with that character.
Yeah, it's a spit in the face. Ooh, geez, y'all love spitting in fans' face. Child.
Mm,
Let's go on and make it
moving
way
on.
to to Young and the Restless. Okay, so basically, there was a lot happening with the Martin Allen of it all. They had my girl Tracy just going through so much turmoil. Like she confronted, Martin Allen, and it was sooner or later to be revealed. once he met up with Sharon and Phyllis while he was
It was Martin.
interrogated, that he is actually Martin. He admitted it, and basically, like, so leads us to assume that Alan is dead. So, yeah. But I did have to say it was really nice seeing Beth interact with Eileen. So the Tracy and the Abbott sibling of it all, because even Peter, so like Peter, Eileen, and Beth did like an amazing job. Like I love their acting and coming together, as just a whole family. Her confronting Martin on her own was good. Them coming together and supporting her was good. Also, Sharon and Phyllis basically duping Martin to reveal himself was good as well. The man who played Martin when he revealed himself, he did that. I have to admit, like he did that. He came through. So hair was shaking, like his arms was going. I was like, oh, okay, sir. We see how you doing. He did. I just really thought he did like an amazing job. Um, and also because I got to bring up my favorite couple, my Nadra. I love them so much. Also, our girl, funny, who plays Audra, she actually reposted so far. I think so. I think she's amazing. So I'm sorry, no here, no there. But basically, Victor spoke to Audra about her trying to break up Claire and
Claire and Kyle.
Kyle.
I like Claire and Kyle in the beginning. I don't think I like them anymore. They're very plain.
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't want to say you was trying to be nice, but you know what? Yeah, we'll just say it. Um, but you already know they ain't gonna be going for that. So of course, Audra had like a list of demands, what she expects, what she wants. I'm like, girl, this is Victor Newman. He ain't gonna stick to that. He did you wrong already. Like, girl, really? And even though
So
she
why
has
trust them again?
Exactly. And even though she has no plans on sleeping with Kyle, just the fact of you even doing this with oh boy is insane to me. For what? Like it's Victor freaking Newman. Victor never does what he says.
She's doing it
Like
for the plot. She's doing it for the plot. Let's see.
yeah,
Let's
let's definitely see. But that was what stuck out the most to me watching Young and the Restless. So that was just all I had really. Um, so yeah, we're going to our breakout performers of the week. I chose two. I wrote about it.
see.
I chose Allison Sweetie and Beth, who plays Tracy Abbott on Young and the Restless. Allison Sweetie plays Sammy Brady on Days of Our Lives. I just thought they both had two very gripping, emotional performances. Sammy having a talk with Johnny about her sexual assaults, her as a person, the mistakes she's made, and also confronting Belle. And then you had Tracy confronting Martin, being supported by her siblings, and all of that. So it was just chef's kiss to them.
I also chose two, which is really crazy.
Oh, check
I
us out.
chose Anita Debris for the read.
Yes.
And then I also chose Sammy Brady for vulnerability.
Yes, and that's really what it was. I actually watched Allison Sweeney's talk with Johnny a couple of times. Like that's how good it was to me because it's just like you said, the vulnerability was palpable. Like it
Yeah.
was just woo child. I was like, it's okay, it's okay. And then also on Twitter they had clips, child. Talk about freaking
Yeah.
boo-hooing.
Okay, I just want to say shout out to like Soap Twitter and Soap Sky for the clips, y'all.
Be
Like y'all be
doing
hitting
it.
it with the clips and y'all be swift with it too.
Okay, especially when it's the new stuff that just dropped,
Yeah. Be
Yeah.
like Eric 2 hours ago. Did you pause the TV? But shout out to y'all.
I be looking like, come on, come on. Also, guys, too, I went down a Stephanie Forrester rabbit hole. Amazing. If you had a chance, check out Stephanie Puncher and Brooke Logan, slapping people, fainting when freaking Macy died. It's a lot, but it was so worth it. And with that, y'all, that is the episode of Soapwire. Please don't forget we are sponsored by Katie Waltman. That is katiewaltman.com. Be sure to use the promo code SOAPWIRE if you can. That's together, SOAPWIRE. Follow us on IG as well, SOAP_wire. We have so many interviews that be happening. We would love for you to see them as well. So, and check us out next Wednesday, and we'll see you then. All right, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.